Nonprofits spent decades drowning in physical paperwork. Now we've replaced filing cabinets with digital equivalents, endless pings, disjointed threads, and a constant barrage of browser tabs. For most organizations, Slack is the undisputed default. It's what everyone already knows how to use for daily team chatter. Chat handles the conversation, but it doesn't handle the logistics. Because a chat window isn't designed to track a deadline or store a board vote, organizations often find themselves bolting on a project manager and a video tool just to get through the day. The result is operational fragmentation. Grant data lives in one app, volunteer schedules live in another, and new non-technical volunteers quickly find themselves lost trying to navigate 5 different logins on their first day. Every minute staff and volunteers spend wrestling with this expanding app fatigue is a minute siphoned away from the actual mission. This forces a structural choice. Do you continue building a sprawling custom tech stack, or do you adopt a single purpose-built ecosystem? This quadrant chart plots effort versus impact for common tech tools. A high-impact, low-effort tool like Slack quickly duplicates into a cluttered cluster of required add-ons. Highbox sweeps the board clean, replacing that scattered web with a single unified platform. It packs task management, board governance, and native video conferencing directly into the standard chat interface. The question is whether the operational simplicity of an all-in-one tool is worth the friction of migrating your entire team away from the industry standard. Surviving that transition means you have to know exactly what workflow advantages you are gaining and what technical flexibility you are leaving behind. Let's compare how actual daily workflows happen on both platforms. Looking at this comparison matrix, the first row illustrates task management. Standard chat platforms require you to leave the window to build projects, whereas Highbox utilizes built-in task creation. The matrix updates to video conferencing, where we see the same pattern. Slack relies on you generating and pasting external links for major meetings, while Highbox integrates native video calling directly into the channel. This allows anyone on the team to turn a quick text update into a firm deadline or assign an actionable task right in the middle of an active video call. Getting that exact same workflow to function inside of Slack means buying, configuring, and maintaining external licenses for project managers like Monday.com or Trello. There is a trade-off here. Because Highbox is centralized, its built-in task manager lacks the hyper-specialized, complex automation features you would get from a dedicated standalone software. You sacrifice hyper-specialized features to gain massive workflow simplicity. Your non-technical users can just log in and work without learning to navigate 3 different interfaces. That simplicity matters even more when you shift focus from daily staff to managing your board of directors and a rotating base of volunteers. Slack has limitations when it comes to governance. You are forced to manually organize critical files in isolated channels or rely on completely separate software to handle board documentation safely. Highbox includes a specialized board management module. This gives you native tools designed specifically for secure voting, tracking your meeting attendance, and managing compliance. It also includes a built-in learning management system, meaning you can catalog courses and train incoming staff without managing external logins. The friction point here is human behavior. Moving to this system requires asking a board of directors to abandon their comfortable email routines and adopt a new digital governance platform. But baking that compliance tracking and training directly into the main communication interface accelerates how fast new volunteers get to work and guarantees your grant reporting is actually secure. For resource-constrained nonprofits, the most critical factor is the underlying financial architecture. This stacked bar chart visualizes the total cost of ownership. The status quo is risky because while your base chat tool might have a heavy charity discount, the required external apps, Asana, Zoom, and an LMS, rapidly compound into a significant monthly expense. As that column expands horizontally, it reveals the technical benefit of that open ecosystem. You get access to thousands of highly specific third-party integrations for automated workflows. Highbox provides budget stability by collapsing all of those scattered subscriptions into one predictable monthly rate. The cost of that financial stability is a smaller application ecosystem. If your organization relies heavily on highly niche custom software, a centralized tool might fail to connect. Securing long-term financial predictability inherently requires your organization to sacrifice deep, infinite technical customization. It all comes down to that operational trade-off: infinite modular customization versus out-of-the-box centralized utility. This decision flowchart maps the path based on organizational size, technical capacity, and turnover. For large organizations with complex automated workflows, the path points to staying with Slack. However, if you need simple onboarding and built-in governance, the clear path is migrating to Highbox. The optimal tool is never determined by a feature checklist. It is determined by how closely the software's architecture aligns with your actual budget and technical realities. Forcing a team away from an industry-standard interface will cause temporary disruption, but short-term friction is often the price of long-term operational health. This purpose-built ecosystem resolves app fatigue by housing all critical communications and tasks under one roof. Consolidating all of those scattered tools effectively turns that fragmented, chaotic energy into a single, solid operational foundation for your entire team. Stop the app fatigue that drains your team's focus. Schedule a demo or start your free trial today, and put your time back into the mission.